Drake and Kendrick Lamar. This is not stopping anytime soon. Welcome to Nessa Off Air. Okay, so let me go ahead and tell you right now. Katrina B, the producer, and myself basically covered the latest with Drake taking legal action against UMG, huge corporation, Universal Music Group, which happens to also be the parent company to the label that Drake is signed to, as well as Kendrick Lamar. Okay, so I know there's all types of chatter online, but let's just dwindle it down to what the situation is. Here's what Katrina and I talked about in the studio the other day. Okay, let me try to hopefully simplify what's going on because there's a lot of chatter. Right now, Drake is back. Legal action against very powerful corporation, UMG, Universal Music Group. Basically, Drake's lawyers are saying, hey, UMG, you knew what Kendrick Lamar's song Not Like Us was all about because you actually have to approve the song before you release it. Drake's lawyers also goes on to say that Drake is falsely accused of being a sex offender in the song. Very serious things going on. Now, Katrina B, the producer, you had a chance to look at the document. What stood out to you?
Yeah, they're alleging that UMG lowered their licensing rate to Spotify by 30% for Kendrick's song Not Like Us, which means that if you were just on Spotify searching whatever, Kendrick's song Not Like Us would come up.
So I think Drake is bringing receipts. I think we should learn from what is about to happen. Maybe there's going to be more exposure about big corporations, what happens behind the scenes. But I do think it's worth looking into. It's very condensed, I'm aware, right? But that's in essence of what is going on. Now, Katrina, I do think people have different opinions about this, right? And it's understandable. We can have conversation about the biggest stars of the world and, you know, the moves that they make and what that means. I think for me, what I'm really focused on is Drake going up against a huge corporation, all right? The parent company of his label, UMG, Universal Music Group, and the things that he's saying about them, right? And I think it's important that, hey, this might be a reckoning amongst the industry to really know what's going on behind the scenes. Who are the power players? Who's pulling the strings out here?
Yes, a lot can be exposed if this legal action goes the distance.
I think it's going to get really, really messy, and we're going to have to watch and see what happens, okay? I do want to go ahead and pivot into this because actually you and I, Katrina, had a chance to listen to Kendrick's new album, GNX. The day it came out, it was a surprise drop, right? So we were going song for song and just giving our initial reaction to everything. But by the time we were getting ready to post the episode, Drake took legal action against UMG. So we had to pivot a little bit. So we still want to share our thoughts about Kendrick's songs, you know, new music and his latest album. You ready for this?
Yep, let's do it. Let's jump in.
Squabble up. Squabble up. Okay, listen, Kendrick's got a banger. I don't know what to tell you. Here he is doing it again. Dropped his new album, GNX. We love the rollout because there was no rollout.
No rollout.
Actually, I don't know if I like that.
Surprise.
I can't tell. It's definitely a surprise, but I feel like there's only a few artists that can even do that in this day and age because it's kind of played out.
And he was able to. I think his
Surprisingly, to be honest, in this day and age when everything's just exhausted.
Yeah.
He was able to drop unannounced, no rollout, and it worked.
You know what? That's what he did the whole time with his Drake beef. Like nothing was announced.
But my point is that he did that before.
Yeah.
So it might have, I don't know, lost some of its allure, but it didn't. It worked again.
Yeah.
And here he is dropping GNX. And we looked up what is GNX because we're not car people and we don't have any idea. And I also didn't know. At first I was like, is he trying to say Gen X? Like remember, I was like, what's going on? Because you know what? I have been brainwashed by all of the Kendrick memes out there that look at everything Kendrick says as like this super duper grand idea that's mixed with calculus, multiply, you know, rocket science with it. Like he's a genius, right? Which he is in his own way. But I'm just saying, I was thinking too deep about it.
No, maybe GNX stands for good night extra.
Well, yeah, we'll figure it out. I'm sure somebody has a meme. Yeah,
Something's
something's
there.
there. Okay, so it's actually named after a rare car.
Yeah.
The Buick GNX, which was popular, I think, in the 80s. Maybe
It's cute.
87
It's
or
cute.
something that we looked up. It's
It's like a muscle car. Well, I don't know if it's a muscle car per se. I'm not a car person, but it's like it looks like a Camaro.
Oh, I know who to call. Flex.
Ooh.
Oh, let's see if Funk Flex answers me. We're going to have a
he's
moment.
gonna know.
Hold on, let's see. Funk Flex.
If anybody knows
If anybody knows.
about this car and how rare it is, it's like
If it, yeah.
500 or something made. Maybe
Yeah,
I
let's
should
see if
use
he
my laptop
answers.
and look it up, huh?
He's probably not going to answer because he's like, why are you calling me?
He's probably in
At
the
10
club
o'clock at
rocking
night.
it.
Oh, yeah, he's probably at a club tonight.
Da-da-da.
Okay, I'm going to text him. Be like, hey, is a GNX
Answer us.
Funk Flex, answer us. Oh, we'll record a video. Okay, ready,
Does it give
Katrina?
you that option or you're just doing it?
No, it gives me an option.
Wow, I need an update.
Okay, Flex, we need you to help us understand if the Buick GNX is really a prestigious car. We have no ideas about cars.
I don't know. I don't have a car.
Call us back.
Bye.
All right. Well, we left Flex a message. We'll see if he ever calls me back and find out what the Buick GNX is all about, what makes it special. I'm sure there's something unique about it. I mean, come on. Kendrick's not going to just have his album
Right.
be called this for no reason. Okay. And also, we did find out that there was limited edition
Yes.
of these cars. So that's probably part of it, right?
I guess so.
It's not made in mass, right? It's pretty exclusive.
Sure, I guess so. I don't have a car, so I can't talk about it.
I know. None of us have a car.
I don't
so
have a
we
car.
It would be nice. We will take this. Okay.
I'll
so
take it. It sounds like it's old, so if he wants to get rid of it, I'll take it from him.
Can you imagine the maintenance? Would you still take it knowing what the maintenance would be?
Yes, I would. I would take
This
it.
is exactly why you have so much clutter at your house. This is it.
I
This
would
is right
take it.
here. Okay.
Anyway, GNX.
Okay. So SZA's on an album.
She sounds good too.
Phenomenal. I mean,
She's on Luther, which is one of my favorite songs on the
right.
album.
I mean, she is just,
She sounds angelic.
she does. It's so good.
She's good.
SZA's voice is flawless. It's perfection.
She's on Luther and she's on the last record, which is Gloria.
Beautiful.
So Luther I like a lot, Nessa. So it's the third song on the album.
Mm-hmm.
They sample Luther Vandross, If This World Were Mine. And that's one of my favorite Luther songs.
It sounds so good.
You know what? It gives me Poetic Justice the way they sample Janet. It gives
Right.
me those vibes.
You're talking about Kendrick's song, Poetic
Kendrick's
Justice.
song,
Right.
Poetic Justice, which he was on with Drake.
Mm-hmm.
It gives me those vibes. But now it's SZA and Kendrick on number 3.
Who
Luther.
sounds better? Which
Oh.
sonically do you think sounds better between the two?
Dum, 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 dum. Oh man,
I
Poetic
think I'm gonna
Justice
go-
is good.
It is, but I think pull up Poetic Justice. You know, I'm speaking from a place of just,
You just heard Luther.
yeah. And so I think it's only right.
We gotta stop.
Now go to Luther.
Okay. I like this.
Oh, I think I'm going to go with Luther.
Woo.
I think I am.
At first
The
listen, you know,
sample, everything.
it's good.
It's good.
good.
We don't want to get flagged. So hopefully we don't get flagged.
Good. Yeah, no, those I like the smooth records. There's another smooth record I like, which is Heart Part 6.
Right.
So that is Kendrick has a series called The Heart. He has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Drake got cute and named one of his diss records Heart Part 6.
When they were going back and forth earlier this year.
Kendrick didn't care. He still made another Heart Part 6. Put it on the album. It samples SWV.
Lots of sampling on this album.
I didn't realize how much Kendrick sampled until I heard this album because
Yeah, he sampled a lot.
Poetic Justice is a sample.
Right.
So
I don't know why it feels like more this time around, though.
it was. I mean, there's Luther, there's Heart Part 6, there's is that it?
Reincarnated.
Reincarnated. You pointed that out to me.
Right.
Nessa.
Well, that was such an easy one as a Pac fan, right? Like, of course, it's a sample of Pac. And I mean, because initially you were like, did you hear the song? Because again, we're recording this right after it came out. I
Right.
mean, it's later on at night, but his cadence, his delivery, he's rapping like Pac, but I know he is doing that on purpose.
Yeah.
I assume to pay homage to Pac, but the song is called Reincarnated. It's off Kendrick's new album, but he is sampling an old song from Tupac and the Outlaws, which came out in 96. Let me see. Yeah. And the song is called Made. It was actually off the Gang Related soundtrack.
Yeah, I didn't know that. You gave me that gem. I thought he was just trying to rap like Pac on a Pac sounding record.
No, it's like a full sample of Pac.
Yeah, it's straight up.
Yeah, absolutely. And also shout out to the Outlaws. They're from Jersey. And, I'm going to shout them out because here we are in the tri-state. So it's always going to be love. Shout out to the Outlaws.
Did you meet any of the Outlaws?
I have not, believe it or not.
What? You've never met in all your years any of the Outlaws?
I haven't. Now, wait, I think DM maybe before because one of the members was trying to get a hold of Colin to discuss maybe a, book collaboration. But no, surprisingly, especially living out here in New York.
Right.
I thought I've told you to try to invite anyone from the Outlaws to the show.
Yeah. And Nessa, you grew up knowing the Dog Pound. That's why this is really surprising to me.
That I didn't meet anyone from the Outlaws. I don't know if they were running with each other like that,
Yeah. I guess so.
I don't know.
But either way.
That's a little bit above me.
Yeah.
All I know is that I would have loved to have met anybody from the Outlaws.
Did you meet DJ Quick?
I don't think so.
What?
I don't think so. When I was interning at Power 106 in LA, I don't think I did.
Really?
No, I don't.
And he just don't be around? I'm not your one-hit wonder. Sugar Free?
I came across AMG. That was about it, but not Quick.
Wow.
Not Sugar Free. Lots of icons I haven't come across. Isn't that surprising?
That is surprising.
Or maybe I just have bad memory now. I mean, after having a baby, I don't remember anything. I actually don't even know who you are. So let's
get back to this Kendrick and jog our memories.
So back to Kendrick. Lots of LA homage. I think kind of. I feel like he really has a lot of Bay Area inspired songs, especially Squabble Up. Squabble Up to me sounds like a Bay record.
It's a banger. Nessa, at first listen, right when we heard it, it was like, it was the same reaction we had when we heard Not Like Us.
It was like, it's undeniable.
Undeniable.
It's undeniable. Okay.
It's good. That's a Bay. You know what else? He has a lot that are very hyphy Bay type sound that, DJ Mustard has also adopted over the years, but started in the Bay. Like it's that hard bass. So there's Squabble Up.
Now, before we move on, hold on. Let's stay on Squabble Up really quick because, again, another sample's being used here. Right. All right. If you were into freestyle music back in the day, this is a classic one. When I hear music from Debbie Deb.
When I hear music, it makes me dance.
But anyways, so I got to give a big shout out to one of the DJs that I just remembered went so hard with freestyle. That's how I know him as a DJ. Shout out to DJ Jose Melendez.
You were going there.
Was originally part of the radio station you and I were a part of, right, in San Francisco. Wild 94.9. And then now he's on 99.7 now, also in San Francisco. Shout out to Jazzy Jim, the program director for 99.7 now. Shout out to Jay Espinoza. Also my brother, also one of my favorite DJs. But anytime I hear a freestyle record, I think of DJ Jose Melendez. And I got to give a shout out to Mary Diaz, who's on the radio. Shout out. Because it was on Mary Diaz's radio show that Jose Melendez would DJ on that I would hear all these freestyle songs. And then I heard Jose do his mix for Drina, who also had her show. But anyways,
wait, when I was on the radio in the Bay.
Is this during our era?
During our era. I filled in for Drina a few times. So when Jose was doing his noon mix, he would be in studio and I would be like, oh, Katrina B here with Jose, DJ Jose Melendez.
Tell you a funny story. And I really don't know if I should share it.
Are you about to make fun of me?
I should ask Big Von. Shout out to Big Von, also in the Bay Area. He's on 106 KMEL, another iconic station. He's an iconic radio personality and DJ, but I don't know if I should share the story.
Who's it making fun of?
It's not making fun of. It was just talking about, let me see if Von will
Who's it exposing?
Jose Melendez about like how he belonged to the streets.
Oh, that's known.
Yeah, I said it on the radio too, but let me see. People, times have changed. People might be.
Jose is definitely a Bay Area
veteran.
Vet. And when Whitney passed away, Whitney Houston, I was filling in for Drina the next day or the next Monday, because I think Whitney passed away on the weekend, on a Saturday. I was filling in for Drina on a Monday, and I was able to talk into and out of a Whitney Houston record that he played after she passed away.
I remember when that happened. It was a weekend. I think it was a Saturday.
I came to see you in the studio.
Yeah, and I had to manually pull the songs in, and I broke rotation.
Yeah.
And if you're into radio, you would know exactly what I'm talking about. Vaughn is not answering me. Everyone hates me.
Everyone hates you.
It's Friday night. Everyone's like, don't call me. It's not work hours.
Like, what are you doing?
Don't ever call me when it's not work hours, okay? I'm going to leave Vaughn a message.
Bye, Big Vaughn.
All right, let's record a message.
How does it do that? Mine doesn't do that.
Vaughn, we were calling because we wanted to know if we could share the story about Jose Melendez giving out his...
Just call us back. Just call us
back. It's me, Katrina. Call us
Vaughn.
back. But I didn't want to share a story without getting your approval. Bye. All right.
Anyway.
What is he doing? 808s and donuts or what?
808s and pancakes. Him and Stacy. Shout out to Stacy Cunningham. She's a sweetie.
Oh, yeah, we love Stacy.
GNX, back to GNX. Yeah. There's a lot of records that sound like they're from the Bay on it.
For
Hey
sure.
Now, Squabble, Peekaboo. Squabble back to Squabble. It samples Debbie Deb. When I hear music, reminds you of a freestyle.
Right.
Because it is freestyle.
It is.
And it just sounds
That was a big
good.
one. Not only, I'm not going to just only shout out to the Bay at that time when I was growing up now as a kid in Southern California. I was hearing freestyle music getting played on every radio station. So, this is a big sample. He's definitely connecting, with a nostalgic time. And I think that's really brilliant for Kendrick to do that.
Do you think Squabble Up's going to be bigger than Not Like Us?
I don't know. I think it's going to be big, but I don't know, just because Not Like Us was just so massive.
Right. It's not going to be. I don't think so.
But I do think it's a great follow-up. I do.
If Not Like Us was, what is it? May, June, July, August, September, October, November. If Not Like Us was at the top for 6 months, Squabble Up, I give 3-4 months.
Yeah, I mean.
At the top.
And that's just to say it's a great follow-up, in my opinion, okay?
Kendrick has not missed in this whole, from what was the record? Like That? With Metro Boomin and Future.
Right.
All the way up until now.
Yeah.
And he's probably going to get a Grammy for a diss record. He's going to get a Grammy off of Not Like Us.
Okay. Well, okay,
I believe it.
Let's stay in the same vein of Squabble Up as far as sonically.
Hyphy records.
Yes,
they sound like hyphy
records. And I'm glad that you and I are able to talk about this, because I do feel like a lot of times when you're hearing people share their musical opinion, by the way, everyone can share their own musical opinion. Here we are, two moms who love music.
Yeah.
I just think it's really amazing if you are aware of music in general and totality, like just in different places. It is easy for us to hear that and identify the influence that the Bay has had.
Yeah, otherwise, if you don't really know regionally, you might just think it's a California sound.
Right. Fair enough, by the way.
Which is fair. But, a lot of the LA is more like funky, Parliament, G-Funk.
Think of G-Funk era.
Exactly. So when I hear this, and Mustard has adopted this sound too, this really Bay kind of sound, this is a hyphy record. Like, Hey Now, Squabble, Peekaboo. That's a hyphy sound.
Yeah, for sure.
So shout out to Kendrick. The album's good. Those records are all up. And there's a lot of other records too that you like.
I think TV Off. Now, we had a conversation about this because it's still upbeat, still got energy.
Yeah.
You were mentioning that you thought this was more of an LA sounding sound versus the Bay influence in the other songs.
You know what it sounded like? Not maybe who's the one that Nocturnal would produce for Nocturnal?
Battle Cat.
Battle Cat.
Come on now.
Sounds like a Battle Cat record.
Yeah.
Okay. No, Battle Cat's had
I don't know. Battle Cat was more
happy,
bounce.
Yeah, happy melodic.
Yeah,
dun, dun, dun,
yeah,
dun,
like
dun, dun,
we
dun,
can't freak
dun.
it,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, so not Battle Cat. But there's another thing, like who would produce for Exhibit? Was that Dre too?
Yes.
Well, it doesn't sound like a Dre, but it has that. Let me play it. That dun 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 dun. Like somebody, it sounds like something.
Yeah.
I'll try and place it.
Yeah, we'll get there. Okay.
You hear it though, right?
I do. I hear it, but I can't place
it. Exhibit, like
Exhibit.
It sounds
did a
like
lot of-
X.
Yeah, X.
Dun dun.
Who
dun,
produced
dun.
that?
There you
Dre?
go. Let's find out if it is. Then
Then
okay, here we go.
that's easy.
Exhibit ex-producer. Dun 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 dun. Dr. Dre, Melman, and Scott Storch. It's probably Melman.
Yeah.
And Scott Storch.
Yeah.
So yeah.
We need to do a full episode to know where Mailman is.
Oh man.
I don't know.
Yeah, me neither. I don't know.
I mean, I don't know. I would like to know more about Scott Storch, but I feel like he's active. So like
He is.
I don't know about Mailman though.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we'll revisit that.
We'll revisit.
Yeah. So let's go back to Kendrick's new album, GNX.
Yep.
Okay.
What else do you like?
I like Dodger Blue. That's a vibe.
It's a vibe.
Oh,
Dodger
it's a vibe.
Blue. Oh, Dodger Blue. Roddy Ricch is on Dodger Blue. And Mustard actually produced 2 records on here. He produced Hey Now and TV Off, which is the one that we said sounds like a West Coast record.
Now, I have a question. Why wasn't Not Like Us on here?
That's a good question. I don't know. Oh. I do have to say one thing. 2 more things.
Call TDE. Well, they're not going to take our calls now because I'm not on a bandwagon of every single song.
Man at the Garden sounds like one mic to me.
Absolutely.
Nas
that
is
intro.
one mic.
Maybe that's why he had to shout out Nas, maybe.
Who knows?
I don't know.
And then I have to say this. The last 4 times that Kendrick Lamar dropped an album, the Golden State Warriors won the NBA championship. We're looking good this year. Kendrick dropped an album this year. Guess what's coming in June? Golden
Summer
State
Jam.
Warriors championship, baby.
Summer Jam.
See you later, Klay Thompson.
Okay. You know what? This anger that you have towards Klay.
I don't. But you know what? I'm glad we beat his team.
I think you are obsessed with him.
Night, Klay.
Leave him alone.
I know,
just
I'm just
because he
playing.
didn't want to be all buddies with Steph
Bro,
and
we offered him more
Draymond
money.
and who is the coach? Steve Kerr, who I like, right?
Yeah.
He's been good to Colin.
He has been.
I like everyone. Everyone's been kind to Colin, but I'm just saying your animosity towards Klay Thompson is because he wouldn't be all fluffy, lovey-dovey right before his game against the Warriors.
Answer a text. We played together since 2016. We won, or 20 whatever. We won 4 championships together.
He's not
Wardell, Stephen Curry is sending you a text message. Answer your text. You know why Steph didn't tribute him the next day? Because Klay wouldn't goddamn answer his text message. So Steph comes out and
Do you know
goes,
that for sure? Did Klay?
Draymond said it on his podcast, the Draymond Green Show with Baron Davis, who is also another Warrior. He told Baron, he's like, oh yeah, you know, Steph was going to say some words at the Klay tribute.
Mm-hmm.
But he texted Klay and Klay didn't answer him. So he calls me up. He's all, I'm not going to do a tribute. We're just going to play the video.
Okay, so everyone's being petty on petty on petty.
And guess what? Steph knighted that.
Oh, Katrina, you're mean. I don't like it. I don't like how you're treating Klay Thompson. I don't like it. I just think you're so sensitive that if someone doesn't bow down immediately to the Warriors, not even to the players, you want everybody to bow down to the organization. You want everybody to bow down to the venue. You want everybody to bow down. What's their mascot? The Warrior? To Warrior?
What is their mascot?
Whoever their mascot is.
We don't have a mascot.
Whatever that is.
It used to be Thunder, but he's gone.
The Thunder's gone?
No, well, back before we went to Chase Center and had our mascot was this guy who we called Thunder.
Okay,
I'm a Warrior fan.
And why do you say we? You're not the organization.
I am.
No, you did not
I'm
cut
the whole
those
staff,
checks.
record label, and organization.
If you know, you know. But all that to say, just because Klay did not want to bow down before the game, you had to play against them. I just don't think that's makes
I'm not
him a
even
bad
bow
person.
down. Answer your goddamn text message from somebody who you won 4 championships
Okay,
with,
fine.
and you don't have bad blood with.
I will only agree when you start responding back to my text messages about work that you haven't done.
That's completely different.
Okay, so until you start doing that, I will not see your point. But I do want to wrap up Kendrick Lamar's album, GNX, because it's all over the timelines. It's a big deal.
Yep.
Listen, it was a surprise album. The one song that I personally am not, caring for at all is Whacked Out Murals.
And that's the first record on the album.
I'm not a fan of it because Kendrick's on there, talking about performing for the NFL's big game and,
Yawn.
how he felt, I guess, a way towards people not congratulating him, or they had something to say about him getting announced as the performer and that the only person to congratulate him was Nas.
Oh, boo-hoo, Kendrick.
I don't know. I feel like I had already addressed this on our show on Hot 97, but I I just don't know who else Kendrick wants, a compliment from or an applause from,
right,
or whatever from,
right.
Like, you don't need that at this point. Kendrick had the biggest year, possibly.
You're up right now.
I want to say the biggest year of his whole career, in my opinion, right?
I agree.
And I just think that wanting people to give you some type of congratulatory message or whatever it is, or like making a point that people weren't congratulating you,
right.
You don't need that. Also, you're definitely not going to get it from me. Is he going to get it from you, Katrina?
No.
You're not going to get it from us because we don't watch the NFL and we don't care to watch NFL because it's still team calling Kaepernick on this side. And no, I don't care that Kendrick's performing, and I don't care who has performed. I don't care who's going to perform in the future because we don't watch the NFL. But all that to say, I just feel like the song was just so like, only one person congratulated me or whatever. And it was like, you're Kendrick Lamar.
You don't need it, bro. You know what? Let's lose the first track. Start with Squabble Up, go straight to Luther, and then just keep it moving.
Yeah. Otherwise, I have to go back and listen to everything over again. I mean, it's just fresh.
You know who I would have liked to hear on it? Doechii.
Oh, yeah. I mean, but Doechii's just having such a massive run right now.
She would rap on this.
I wonder if it's annoying for both of them to be asked why they're not on each other's projects, but they're technically, Kendrick's not on TDE anymore, right? Technically.
Oh, let's see where this dropped under.
Right?
Yeah.
This is PG Lang.
Yeah,
I think Kendrick
Lang. That's right.
Is not part of TDE technically. I think it's still family ties.
SZA is part of TDE, and SZA is on this album.
Right.
So it's not
it's not far-fetched idea.
And he also has posted about Doechii saying she's like the hardest out.
Oh, right. Yeah. Okay, yeah.
So I just, I thought that would have been good.
Maybe there's a part 3 we don't know. Maybe there's going to be another rollout and it's like him and Doechii or something. I don't know. But my point is, I think for whatever it's worth, I know people are going to have an opinion about my opinion about whacked out murals because I'm not a fan of him talking about performing for the NFL and talking about Wayne and that whole thing. But I think Kendrick delivered.
He did.
A project that people will enjoy with bangers on it.
It does.
Good music.
Yep.
And that's that.
Yep.
I'm skipping whacked out murals, me personally, but that doesn't take away from what Kendrick's done on the album.
Like this has more conventional kind of club records too, if you think about it. Because if you think about Damn, like DNA and Humble, those are upbeat records, but
not like
but
these
not
bangers
to hear them like at the club, right?
Right.
So Hey Now, Squabble, Peekaboo, those are like club records,
right?
Not like us. You hear that in the club. Squabble Up, you hear that at the club.
For sure.
So this is kind of a new, for me, era that Kendrick's stepping into because he has had upbeat records, but now he's going for the club. I don't know if he's really trying to make a point in this beef.
I don't know.
Because that's one of the things they were saying about Kendrick.
That he can't make club songs?
Yeah.
I mean, clearly.
Not like us. Has been playing everywhere.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess we'll have to wait to see what happens. But I do think in this day and age, when we're talking about music in general, and you look at the landscape, Kendrick delivered.
He did.
Minus whacked out murals. But whatever, take that out.
Right.
I know people are going to be in the comments like, you're a hater, you don't. And it's just like, hey, it's my opinion. I don't care for that. I'm not a fan of it.
I'm still waiting for Drake. I know I have.
Don't even try to be on my side from the beginning. I have been saying, don't count Drake out. Don't sleep on Drake. Don't put him out there like.
So I can't think the same thing? We can't have the same thought about Drake?
No, we can. But people don't care about that on podcasts. You know what they care about? Angry conversation, apparently. And that's apparently how we got into position that we are at the top of the year with the election. Are we going down a different rant?
Yes. You know what's so funny too? Remember how we were going in on everyone that showed up at the pop out and we're like, oh, if I was Drake, I would be mad or feel away at anybody that showed up at the pop out. I'm seeing people talk about it now because of DeMar DeRozan.
Right.
The basketball player, which we talked about as well. They're like, oh, should Drake still be his friend? Blah, blah, blah. I was like, y'all were just hating on us for talking about friendships. And now you guys are having your full on talking points about Drake and his friendship with DeMar DeRozan after he appeared in the video on the pop out.
Anyone who showed up.
Yeah.
Anybody that was singing along.
LeBron. And now y'all
lyrics. And everybody came at Katrina and I like, what does that have to do with friendships? Friends are going to be friends. Not when you're singing lyrics like that at the top of your lungs and dancing to it.
Which is what I saw somebody literally tweet. I was like, we said that. And you guys were like, why are you guys trying to make these guys fight each other. Like, no.
They're fighting.
they
and
are.
we have eyes and ears.
Yeah.
And we can see and observe and actually talk about it because they're not our friends and we don't have any allegiance to sugarcoat anything.
That's why I like this Kendrick project. I think it's really good. But I, too, think Drake is going to come back with something. And I don't think his career is done. Like, I don't know why people do.
I never thought that. And I think anyone who has thought that does not respect or appreciate the longevity that Drake's had in the game.
Yeah.
Do you know how hard it is to have that kind of success, that kind of catalog?
Yep. The only people left is Drake, Nicki, Cole, and Kendrick.
That's it.
Everyone else that came out at the same time as them, nobody's making this kind of noise.
Right. Now, it doesn't mean that they don't have a career and they're not successful and they might not be touring the world. But let's just have an honest conversation.
Those are the
right
four
now.
from that era. There's others that have dropped projects.
And do you know how hard it is to have longevity?
Right, for sure.
Seriously. Like, I can sit here and say what I want to say as far as Kendrick performing at that game, and it could seem like I feel away because I do, because like I'm Team Colin.
Right.
But his longevity in the game, his art, that's his work. I mean, it is remarkable.
Yeah.
Right? Like,
same with Cole,
truly.
same with Drake. Like, people are
Now let's
still
go down
checking
to
for
Cole.
these albums.
Every single project that they put out is quality.
Yeah.
And that is so hard. And maybe because we've been in a game for a very long time, 20 years in a game, and I have seen artists come and go.
Yep.
Trust me. And when I tell you great body of work consistently, it's undeniable talent.
Yep.
I mean, come on.
People from the era of trying. They're trying. They have records that are out now. They have albums that are out now that just aren't hitting.
It's really
The same way these four people that we mentioned, their stuff is hitting. There's other artists from their era. Their records are not hitting.
right.
Their audience is not there anymore.
Oof. Well, Kendrick's latest album, GNX, 12 songs on an album. Oh, remember there was that rumor that Taylor Swift was going to be on the album?
Yeah.
Taylor Swift is not on the album, but her writing partner, music producer person, Jack Antonoff,
And I'm trying to figure out
was
where.
part of the
because
project.
Variety mentioned that he was on it. I'm trying to look because it's so weird on Spotify. Spotify doesn't even list out his features. They don't have like credits. This is what I miss about physical copies.
Right.
Apparently I can find the credits, but I have to look somewhere else. So I'll
Read the full credits. Hold on.
So I'm gonna
Jack Antonoff.
where is he at? Because Variety, who is a trusted source to me, is the one that reported that Jack Antonoff is on it.
Yeah. Also, I'm on Pitchfork right now.
So these aren't like people who I would think I have to do triple,
Worked on
quadruple
every song.
guess.
Oh, here we go.
You got it?
On here, on Pitchfork, Jack Antonoff is credited as a producer on every track but Peekaboo.
Every track? Damn, he was in the studio with Kendrick.
That's why people assumed it was Taylor Swift because Taylor and Jack Antonoff work very close together. But
I wonder which one they were trying to get Taylor on. What if it was Squabble Up? Imagine Taylor on Squabble Up.
Squabble Up.
My girlfriend said it's Squabble Up.
Oh my gosh.
Yo, I'm not hating on Taylor. She knows her audience.
Yeah, look, I'm not hating on Taylor. I don't like the mascot boyfriend guy NFL, the whole thing, because it's like exhausting. I like Taylor like as a standalone human.
Yeah.
But hey, whatever. Here we are. We made it this far.
Interesting. That's so interesting.
Yeah, this is what it says on Pitchfork. I'm literally reading it off.
Let me get these Kendrick
Woo!
credits.
We got to come back for a part 2 to really dissect this.
I really want to hear Taylor on Squabble Up. Let's
Squabble up.
Let's get an AI.
Let me see. Do it. Do it so everyone could be mad at us. Hold on. Taylor Swift.
Kendrick Lamar. What is it? What's that?
What was I looking at? Squabble up lyrics. We could practice ourselves.
You could do that? Oh, you're just going to be her?
Yeah.
Oh.
I am reincarnated. I was stargazing. Life goes on. I need all my babies.
Please. Nessa, come on.
Woke up looking for the broccoli. Hi, Key. Keep a horn on me.
Stop.
I want to be careful what I'm saying too, because like what
what
affiliation might be happening, I don't want to be a part of.
That's so wild to me.
Maybe let's just stick to the chorus. Squabble up. Squabble up. Squabble up.
Stop. You don't even sound like Taylor Swift, bro.
How does Taylor Swift sound to you?
Not like that.
I'ma be so squabble, squabble, squabble. Let me see.
Oh my gosh.
Let me get Taylor, because I kind of feel offended by you right now saying it.
Why?
Taylor Swift.
I told you I got love for Taylor and what she does.
Are you a Swiftie?
I don't know enough of her records.
Hard for that, but you know.
I don't know enough of her records, but I know when I hear a Taylor record.
Don't you know when people act like they're Swifties just to get clout? Like they're like, oh, I'm a Swiftie. And you're like,
yeah,
okay, I get it. You're trying to get, you know. Oh, wait, let's hear Anti-Hero. I'm a freak it. I'm a get it. Hold on.
What are you doing? This is
squabble up. Squabble up.
Please stop. Please stop.
Squabble up. Squabble up.
Of all the is that her biggest record?
Wake up screaming from dreaming. Squabble up.
Stop. What's her biggest record? Bad Blood? Or is that not even?
I think Anti-Hero was one of her biggest songs.
Shake It Off.
Bad Blood remix is the one that Kendrick was on, though.
Shake It Off is her biggest record.
The only Shake It Off, there's only a few Shake It Offs I know. Don't ever disrespect MC.
Carey.
Don't ever disrespect MC.
Shake it off. Shake it off. Oh.
We just had like a whole karaoke session.
Oh, we did. And you were really bad. You need those ones that auto-tune you as you sing.
I mean, a lot of people do that now.
No, when you sing, you do karaoke.
I know a lot of people do that now, except they have extra zeros in their bank account.
Then we should get on the bandwagon.
All right. Well, listen. Kendrick's new album, GNX, is out. We haven't spent enough time. We're giving you our feedback after listening to it, coming out earlier today.
Yeah.
It's nighttime at this point. We're going to give it a couple more listens, hopefully dissect it a little bit more. But I'm sure there's going to be great people going over it, talking about every lyric and dissecting what Kendrick really meant on verse whatever.
That's right.
And make sure you go check out their reviews. I can only vouch because I think Rob Markman's work is really great. He does a great job talking about the lyrics.
Yep.
I think he's also just, such a fan and has so much love for
I saw him the other day.
Did you?
Yeah, I was.
Did he say hi to you or did he ignore you?
We were at the Leon Thomas concert and I saw him and we said hey and we hugged.
Oh, that's sweet. That's
really
nice.
Yeah. And then I tried to give him my VIP band because I had a VIP band.
But you put it on too tight?
I put it on loose so that I can give it to somebody on my way out. Yeah. I think he had one anyway, but as I was leaving, I was like, hey, do you want this? But you can't see anything. It's really, people go there to try and be cool in the VIP. I can't see a thing.
Yeah.
Like all those people are standing at the rail taking video. Like I want to go up there and dance, but I couldn't see anything. And no, I don't want to go up there and dance.
Yeah, I was like, you're not going to go up and dance. And also, didn't we have LASIK? What is that saying about our eyes?
Nothing. I love my LASIK.
Ooh, we are two moms holding on. But okay, yeah. So make sure if you want like that full, conversation, that dissection verse for verse, and really break down, I'm sure Rob, if it hasn't gone up by now, will be going up, Rob Markman. But in the meantime, lots of great music. Mm-hmm. So the next conversation, we're going to talk about Nicki Minaj dropping 4 new songs as well as a surprise on the same day.
Yep.
Jack Harlow has new music. Cordae came out with his album.
Shout out to Cordae.
Great body of work.
Did you know his mom was on Making the Band? Diddy's Making the Band?
Excuse me? I knew she was an artist and gave up her dreams for him, like for the kids, because that's what moms do, we sacrifice.
He says it in his verse, the one that he has a video for.
Stop. It's such a good video.
It's the one where he's sitting on the couch and walking through the house. He said his mom was on Making the Band. And then I looked it up because I was so curious. I was like, who is his mom? Because,
who's his mom?
I watched a lot of Making the Band. His mom she only made it to the round where they were kind of deciding who was going to go in the house. She wasn't in the house.
Oh. Ooh.
But you see her in it. And then I went on Twitter and they found out which one she was.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And he samples her voice for that song.
Isn't that beautiful?
Cordae's so solid.
I love it. I love Cordae. Please, lots of great music out there. I think we're going to wrap up the year on a good note, man, with all this good music. It's actually, you know what? The world might be falling apart, but we have good music.
Yes, we do.
All right, stay tuned for the next episode. More on new stuff from J. Cole, Nicki Minaj, Jack Harlow, Cordae.
All I Want for Christmas Is You.
That's it. We're going to run up the numbers. All right. Make sure you like and subscribe. And please leave us comments. Even if you agree or disagree with us, we love you. Hopefully we could be respectful. But if not, that's okay. We still have love for you.